Hello bosses, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut this beautiful puff sleeve top with a keyhole neckline. If that sounds like something you're interested in, do make sure to keep watching and let's get into the video. So yeah, to make this, I have this chiffon fabric and I'm making use of 4 yards both for the top and also for the pants. So I'm going to start by first of all drafting the pattern for the top. So yeah, the length of the top I intend making measures 19 inches. So I'll be adding half inch for shoulder allowance and 1 inch for hemming allowance, which in total gives us 20 and half inch. I'm going to go ahead to measure that and rule a straight line there. The next thing we need to go ahead now and mark my shoulder line, which is half inch from the top of my pattern paper. Rule a straight line there also. Mark my chest line 8 inch, rule a straight line also, and also mark my waistline, which is like my half length, measures 15 and rule a straight line there also. So I went ahead to just label that my waistline, the length of the top, label that my chest line CL and my shoulder line SL. Sorry that the marker is kind of faint. So the next thing is to insert my shoulder. My shoulder measures 14 divided by 2 gives 7. Going to go ahead now to mark 7 right there and also at the chest line, and I'll be connecting it with a straight line like so. The next thing to insert my bust measures 34 divided by 4 gives 8.5, marking at 8.5 and adding 1.5 inches of sewing allowance. My waist measures 26 divided by 4 gives 6.5 and adding 1.5 inches of sewing allowance. While for the length, I'm making use of my upper hip measurement, which measures 28. So when that's divided by 4, it gives 7 inches, added 1.5 inches allowance like so. I'm going to go ahead now to connect it together like so. Basically what you see me do. The next thing will be to create the armhole, coming down by 1 inch to create the shoulder slant, and then from that point measuring down to the chest line and marking the midpoint 3.5, coming in by half inch because this is the front pattern, and then going ahead to just connect it like so. So for this video, I'm not making use of any drawing instrument or tailoring instrument, just so you know that you don't need an instrument to draft a pattern per se. So yeah, the next thing we need to work on the neckline. For the depth, I'm making use of 3.5, and also for the width, I'm also making use of 3.5 inches. Go ahead now to connect it together like so. Connect the shoulder slant like so, and the half hinge for the shoulder allowance, and then I'm going to go ahead to just cut these out. So the next thing will be to create the keyhole neckline. So for mine, I wanted the depth to be 6 inches. So yeah, for this I'm making use of a V sweetheart neckline, like for the bottom portion, like you can see me do, like a V sweetheart neckline, and then I create the upper portion. So yeah, this depends on how wide, how open you want it to be. Yours can be more open than mine. At the end of the day, I had to reduce it because it was too open. So now I'm going to make use of this pattern to cut out the back pattern first before I cut out the keyhole. So I went ahead and I placed the pattern onto my fabric and I added 1 inch of zipper allowance. So basically this is the back pattern. So for the front pattern, I'm going to go ahead now to just cut that out to create our keyhole effect, like you've seen from the end result of the top. So yeah, just basically opening it up to kind of see, is the hole too big, is it not too big, is it okay, and all that. So yeah, I went ahead and I placed the pattern onto the fabric, added half inch at the top of that so that I can hem that portion neatly, and also to the top portion added half inch also to join the top and the bottom part, and that's right there to hem that keyhole effect. The next thing will be to work on the sleeve. So I'll be cutting both sleeves together. For the sleeve, I have my fabric right here measuring 30.5 inches in width, and for the length measuring 15 inches. So to create the sleeve, what I normally do is to come down by 4 inch at the end of the sleeve like so, and basically make use of my free hand to just kind of connect it together like so. After which I'm going to go ahead and just cut it out and also notch the sleeve right there so I know the middle. So yeah, for this sleeve you'll be needing elastics. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead now to hem the ends of the sleeve like so, using double folds, just so we have a casing or a space to pass in our elastics through. Like we said, also is an elastic, it's a puff sleeve, and at the top we're going to be running gathered stitches. You can do this with your machine or you can do this with your needle and thread. Just run gathered stitch at the top. So yeah, for the back pattern for the neckline, I'm going to go ahead to just hem the neckline with my bias, and the same thing also goes for the front, hemming the neckline and also that curved portion that creates the keyhole effects. After I was done, this is what it's looking like. You can see that I haven't hemmed the bottom part of the front. Yes, so I'm going to show you guys how that is going to be done. So basically this is what it's supposed to look like after we're done, right? The keyhole effect. So you're going to go ahead now to place the top portion on the bottom portion in a way that like the right sides face each other. I'll be securing this with safety pins, and then I'm making use of my bias to both join the top portion and the bottom portion and also hem that V sweetheart neckline. So just make use of your bias to just move through that area, and basically it's going to like join it together and also hem the V sweetheart neckline. And this is what it was looking like after I was done, looking pretty already. The next thing will be to join the front and the back together. So basically place your back and join your shoulders. While for the zipper allowance, I'm making use of my safety pin to just hold the zipper allowance down, or you can make use of loose stitches to hold the zipper allowance down, after which you're going to like rip it open. So after I was done joining the shoulders, I went ahead to just use loose stitch to hold the zipper allowance down. The next thing will be to go ahead and attach our sleeve. So for our sleeve, I've already gone ahead to hem the ends of the sleeve and also run gathered stitches. I'm just going to go ahead now to just like draw the gathered stitches, just so like we get that puff sleeve effect, so that the sleeve is kind of gathered and full. So yeah, so just gather it, and the next thing will be to attach the sleeve to the armhole of your top. After I was done attaching the sleeve to the armhole of the top, this is what it was looking like. The next thing will be to insert our elastics. So for the elastic, you basically make use of elastic that you know is enough based on your arm size. So like for mine, I made use of 11. I actually later had to reduce it because it was then too loose. But yeah, it's better for it to be too loose than for it to be too tight. So, and we need 2 pieces for both sleeves. So I'm making use of my pin. These are open and close pin to just kind of secure the elastic, and then make use of it to pass through the casings that we created at the end of the sleeve. Just pass it in like so, and once the elastic is in like so, you make use of your safety pin to just kind of secure the ends, just so the whole of the elastic doesn't pass through the sleeve. That would be like a waste of time. And then you continue passing the elastic until it's out through the other end, and then you also make use of your safety pin to secure it down. So you can see that I had little excesses, so I cut that off, and I make use of that excess to like reduce the other elastic, so that when I get to the other one, I just like pass it through. I don't have to cut off any excesses anymore. So yeah, pass that through the other sleeve also. And after I was done passing the elastic through both sleeves, the next thing will be to go ahead and just sew it together from the sleeve all through to the end of the top. The same thing for the other side. Then you're going to rip your zipper allowance portion open. If you make use of pins, you get rid of the pins, and then you hem the ends of the top like so all round, after which you go ahead to insert your zipper. Yeah, and after I was done, this that it was looking so beautiful. So yeah, for the zipper, this is how I inserted my zipper. I inserted it upside down. I prefer that way, and I'll be leaving a video on how to insert an invisible zipper if you like to see that. So yeah, this is basically what it was looking like after I was done, looking very beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. And our next video will be on the making of the straight palazzo pants with side ruffles, and I'm sure you won't miss out on that. So yeah, do make sure you're subscribed and that your notification bells are turned on so I get notified when the video comes up. Thank you once again. Bye bye.